Okay, so today we are going to be working on the 1985 Honda 4Trax TRX 250. The issue we're having is on startup, it smokes a little bit, and after about 30 seconds it clears up. So that tells me it's valve seals. I did just run it around the yard, so it's warmed up now. It's probably not gonna smoke now, but I will start her up. So you can see, runs really good. The only issue I'm really having is on startup for about 30 seconds it'll smoke. And it's not doing it now because it's warm. I should have taken a video of it smoking, but you can kind of picture, you start it up, it smokes, and then it stops. So today we are going to try to get into there and replace the valve seals. It's got to be what it is. I think just getting a little bit of leak down on top of there as it sits, and then it burns off when you first start it. So yeah, let's tear into it. Okay, so that's what prompted me to make this video. I was trying to find a video on if you could just move your head here to get them seals out. I don't want to tear all the way down to the motor and get new gaskets and pull the piston and the rings and all that. I think all of that is strong. I just don't want to get too far into it, so we are going to try to just pull the head up there and see if we can get into it. Get them replaced and see what happens. All right, so I'm gonna get this tank removed. There's a bolt here, here, and then all you really gotta do is disconnect your petcock and she'll come right off. Okay, once you get your tank off, you're gonna have to remove this plastic air. I think it's an air. Yeah, it goes into the air box. So remove that, and then it looks like there's a motor mount right on top. We will get both of those removed. And then we should be able to get to the head. Out of the way, we got that motor mount off. Looks like there's a bunch of 10mm bolts. We're gonna start loosening all those, but first we're gonna do a little bit of cleanup around the seam just so we can try to prevent any dust and dirt from falling in there. This oil line, that goes from by your oil filter up to the top there. We'll get that off, and then we'll start on these 10 mils. That guy dropped off. There's a little mount there, and then down here, and you got little, looks like copper that goes right up against the head there, so don't lose those. Yeah, we'll move on to the bolts, and it looks like there's actually a couple 8mm up there too. We'll see. Gotta take your valve covers off to get to some of them. Those two are too long and they hit the frame to come out, but I have this one I messed up on. This one here is a diagram of where they all go. You can see they're all different lengths, and you don't want to mix them up. So that's where they go. We're gonna go ahead and get a rubber mallet, try to pop that head loose, and then hopefully we can slide the other two over enough to pull those bolts out. If they're too far down in there, we'll see. I don't think it's necessary for you guys to watch me untightening bolts and stuff. There's quite a few of them. You can see what, 1 through 13. And then I got that guy off. That's your rocker arms there. Now comes the fun part. Trying to get these springs compressed to get the keepers out to get to the valve seals. I think I can see him down in there. All right, we got that one off. I actually just did it by myself. I just put my my piston at top dead center, so the valve, the valve will sit on top of the piston, then you don't lose it. Here's the valve seal that came out of that one, just a tiny little guy. But you can see it's pretty beat, I think. It really slides easy over that valve. Yeah, pretty sure this thing was shot. Okay, on to the front one. To record and do this at the same time, but I ended up just using this, and then I think I did use the block of wood in there first to get it a little bit lower, and then I just put that right over the top of the spring, pulled up the back, it pushed the spring down, and then I held the wrench with my leg, and I just grabbed the keepers out with this guy here. Might be a little bit easier with 2 people. Okay, here is the plan for this one. I put that head bolt in there. I got that, and then I got this wrench. And then you just push down on it. Something like that. And just push down, get that other wrench in the right spot. Comes down. This one I will need 2 people because I need multiple hands on these wrenches. So I will push that thing down and I will have someone take the keepers out. Okay, we got that one off too. Looks like it was a little slimy down in here. It's pretty shiny. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they were leaking. It was smoking for just 30 seconds on the start, so. But yeah, that worked really good. I pushed the valve down, or the springs, and then my wife used those little tweezers and pulled the keepers out of there for me. We got it. I'm gonna get things all cleaned up here, get anything that may have fell down in there, get everything all nice and clean. I might put a little bit of assembly lube on the cam and a few other things before I put her back together. But I will show you the new valve seals in just a minute here when I get them on. And we'll get it put back together and see if she smokes. Okay, the new seals are on there. You can tell they're lots stiffer and harder to push, so that's good. I think should be good to go. Now we get to put the springs back on. Okay, got them both back on. I used the same method I used to get them off. I actually ended up using that up here too on this one. I just used this bolt right here and then pushed it down this way with the wrench coming in from this side. I mean, it would have been nice if I could record that for you guys, but I don't have a tripod and it just would have been a pain in the ass. You will need help to get these back on. Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean, it wasn't the easiest thing I've ever done, but you just push them down and then have somebody else drop the keepers down in there and release them. We're gonna get this thing put back together. We'll fire it up tonight. It's still probably, I don't know, a little warm. I'll wait a day or 2 before I post the video, and I'll have a video at the end to see if she still smokes. Okay, so we got the gasket surfaces prepped. Got the assembly lube on the cam. Got the gasket maker all slopped on there. I took the wire brush here and wire brushed all the threads on all the bolts. And then assembly lube there. And then I put a little bit of the gasket sealer on there. It's a little goofy on how it lines up here, and I didn't want to get it all messy, so yeah. I'm gonna get it out. So we had to wait 24 hours for that gasket stuff to dry. Here goes first start. Choke it. Condensation from having it apart. That's about what it looked like before this whole valve seal thing, but it was definitely way worse. It would be a big old cloud. Looks like we're actually pretty good. I can live with that. Left over in there, you know. This is the first start since we did all this. Cool. I'm gonna rip it around a little bit, warm it up, and then take another video in just a minute here. Okay, so I ripped it around for about a minute here. Seemed pretty good. I think there was find out next time I start it, but I mean, either way, that was way less than it used to be. Yeah. Sounds good. Runs good. We'll take it for a little ride here. Yeah, I think that might be problem solved. Here we're gonna do one more cold start. Yeah, I took the choke off too soon. Hardly had a puff in the beginning, but yeah, we're even clearer than we were yesterday, so I think a couple more days everything else may burn off, and yeah, we're good. Okay, we got it back in the garage. I'm gonna do another oil change on it. I think there was a little bit of water in there. This thing sat outside for who knows how long before I got it. I actually got it from a guy on Craigslist. I traded him a Milwaukee Fuel chainsaw that I got in a trade. I was done with it around my house. So I figured I'd throw it on there, and he offered this up, and why not, right? So we are going to do, I already did one oil change when I got it, but I'd like to do another one right away because it was pretty gross in there, and hopefully this other new stuff I just put in there would pick up some more stuff. We'll drain it out, and then we got some oil here. We'll do another change. But I guess that's gonna be it for the valve stem or valve seal video. I'm gonna edit that and get it posted. You guys got any questions or anything, just leave a comment. I'm just gonna throw this last little clip in here. I got her all put back together now. It's been a few days. I haven't posted the video yet, so I figure I'll take one final one that definitely solved my issues. A couple more days of riding it, it doesn't smoke at all anymore. Everything seems pretty good. So yeah, if you're having an issue, or when you first start it, you can smell it. It's definitely burning oil. It'll be a big old cloud. Could just be your valve seals.